Okay, today we're going to work on our written responses and main idea page. So this one is for polluting our planet. So that's the article we should be looking at. And remember, we're going to use these sentence stems, but this is what they use instead of rest. So we are going to restate, answer, prove, and proofread using these. Okay, so let's come down here and look at our question. So our question says, what are two examples of how pollution impacts humans? Use evidence from the text to support your thinking. Okay, remember the first thing that I have to do, is restate my question. So I'm going to say two examples of how pollution impacts humans are, okay, and now I'm going to come back into my article and I'm going to find what happened. Okay, so there's a couple different sentences I can use. When harmful materials such as smoke and chemicals are released in the air, it can make it hard for people to breathe. So, are making it hard for people to breathe, and now I need to find another one. Now, it says specifically humans. Some of these talk about animals, so we don't want to use anything where it talks about animals. Okay. So when we look at this, I think another great example is in the water pollution section. Okay, and it says drinking polluted water can make animals and people sick. And make animals make people sick. Okay, because that was my direct text evidence. But I haven't gotten to that part yet because I had to restate my question and I had to answer my question. So that's what I've done. Now we're on the give text evidence part. Okay, so we are going to say maybe in paragraph. Okay, my first one is in paragraph 2. It says, okay, and I got this right here. Okay, and I'm just writing it down here. So it says, and now I'm just copying my text evidence. When harmful materials such as smoke and chemicals are released in the air, it can make it hard for people to breathe. And you know what I just realized? I forgot to put an E on this. So up here it says breath. So go back and add that E. Okay. Now I need to use another example. So I'm going to say the text also states, okay, and now I need something about this making people sick. Okay, and that is down under water pollution. So drinking polluted water can make animals and people sick. So drinking polluted water can make animals and people sick. Okay, now they want you to explain your thinking. Okay, so I'm going to use this one over here. Based on what I read, I think pollution is harmful for humans. Okay? And we're done with that one. So let's go down. And we're going to do our next one now. Notice at the top it says conserving resources. So that is the article we're looking at for all of our text evidence. Okay? And remember, we're going to restate, answer, prove, and proofread. So down here it says, how does carpooling impact the environment? And so I need to restate that. And so I'm going to start with carpooling impacts the environment. Okay, and now I'm going back to my article to try to find that answer. Okay, I noticed the word carpooling in the how can I reduce, it's the second one, because it's one of my bold words. Okay, so carpooling impacts the environment. So I'm going to read you these two sentences about carpooling. So many people reduce how much gasoline they use by riding a bike or carpooling up with others. Carpooling and riding bikes also reduces air pollution created from the exhaust of cars. So impacts the environment by reducing the amount of air pollution. Okay, and so now I need one of these. So I'm going to say the author wrote, which is right here, the second one. And now I'm going to use that direct quote. So carpooling and riding bikes also reduces air pollution created from the exhaust of cars. Okay, now remember I need to explain it. Okay, this is important because air pollution can make people sick. Okay, so now we have finished this one, and we're going to go on to our main idea. Okay, so remember, when we're doing this main idea thing up here, they give us two main ideas for each one. So we have one main idea for polluting our planet and one main idea for conserving our resources. So our details that we're going to put down here have to be in those stories. So our first main idea says air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution all have a negative impact on the planet. Okay, and I'm going to do all of those in yellow. And then over here, we have reducing, reusing, and recycling are all ways to help conserve natural resources. Okay, and I'm going to do that one in green. So we're going to come down here to the bottom. And this first one says, actually, zoom out just a little bit so we can see this a little bit better, okay? It says, land pollution can happen when people throw trash in the wrong place. Okay. Now up here, it mentions specifically air, water, and land pollution. So this one supports that land that we need to over here. Okay. This one says by recycling, people save room in landfills. Okay. That's up here. We have recycling, and we need to support that. This next one, by using less resources, people are saving them for the future. This one would go over because this is the one that talks about saving resources. However, it doesn't directly talk about reducing, reusing, or recycling. So we're just going to wait on that for right now. This one says air pollution happens when harmful material is released into the air. Okay, this one goes with this air pollution over here. Okay, this next one says natural resources include air, soil, coal, and natural gas. We know this. We read this sentence, but neither one of these. This one does say natural resources right here, but I don't know that I need to talk about specifically what they are. So we're just going to hold off on that for a minute, okay? This one says this helps reduce the amount of exhaust released in the air from cars. And look, we have this word reduce right here, okay? So now we have another one for this side because we have this reducing. Okay, and the last two, water pollution can happen when materials such as trash or oil are released in the water. So this would give us our last one over here because then we have land, air, and water. Okay, this one says throwing an item away after one use is wasteful, but using it again and again can save resources. Okay, so this one talks about recycling, this one talks about reducing, and this one talks about reusing an item. Okay, so that's going to support this main idea. Okay, now we have 3 for each one. So we are finished with our written responses and our main idea.